What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you are new to this channel, my name is Gladys Njoki Kama, and guys, I'm so excited because today I've just got good news and at the same time not so great news. So if you see me right here, you know we are all gonna talk about football, the things that happened during the week, that is on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. So unfortunately, the bad news is Arsenal got eliminated from the Europa League by Sporting Lisbon. But guys, I know as much as Arsenal fans want to think that it was not okay or it was not right for us to get out of that Europa League. For me, I was actually happy. By the way, even before we started playing that match, I was like, it's good if we get eliminated from this Europa League so that we can concentrate on the English Premier League. Because guys, sometimes it's a bit difficult when you have to play in the English Premier League, play in the Europa League, then go back and play in the what is this called, the FA, the Carabao Cup. So they tend to be fatigued, they tend to come with injuries which are not good, guys. So for me, it was okay for us to exit. And like you see, like I've said about injuries, so we had Tomiyasu was injured and Saliba was also injured in that match. And right now we are going to deliberate whether he's going to play in the Crystal Palace game or they won't play. So for now, they were actually substituted during that match in the second half, and that is where Libson actually scored their equalizer goal, because Arsenal had scored their first goal in the first half, and we were quite playing well, but now things changed drastically with those two injured, so they had to be substituted, and that is when Sporting Lisbon actually scored a very beautiful goal to equalize. We went through the official 90 minutes time. Then from there we came to the extra time, where it ended up into penalties, and actually Lisbon won by 3-5. They actually scored their 5 penalties. We actually just scored our 3 penalties, guys. So let's see what happened during the UEFA Champions League, where we were wondering whether Liverpool was gonna come back from their 3-1 because they were thrashed by Real Madrid 3-1 at Anfield. So most people wondered whether Liverpool will actually come back, and we are actually going to start with the games that were on Tuesday. That was FC Porto against Inter Milan. So FC Porto against Inter Milan drew 0-0. The game, their second leg, they drew 0-0, but in their first leg, Inter Milan had actually won 1 goal against Porto, so at their hometown. So Inter Milan goes through to the quarterfinals, guys. And we have the second match was between Manchester City, that is their manager is Pep Guardiola, so they were playing against Leipzig, and I can tell you guys, they actually thrashed this team 7-0. And I can tell you, Haaland scored his hat-trick, because he scored in the 22nd minute, in the 24 minutes that was a penalty, and in the 45 plus 2 minutes again there was a goal from him, in the 53 minutes, in the 57 minutes. So Haaland scored 5 goals in that match against the Leipzig, and we had another goal from Gundogan and De Bruyne. Guys, like I said, Haaland is a finisher, Haaland is a striker. I'm telling you that, I don't know, that boy is just beyond anybody's imagination. The way he scores his goals, guys, it is just unbelievable. So like you can see, he scored 5 goals in that match for Manchester City, and the game ended in a 7-0 against Leipzig, where they are through to the quarterfinals. And that was on Tuesday, guys. So on Wednesday we also had another UEFA Champions League game. That is where we had the Bayern Munich against the Paris Saint-Germain. You know, the PSG where Mbappe is, Messi is, the likes of Di Maria, the likes of what is his name, this Brazilian, Neymar. But unfortunately, Bayern Munich actually eliminated the PSG by scoring them 2-0. So they had an aggregate of 3-0. So Bayern went straight to the quarterfinals. We also had another game where Tottenham played with AC Milan, and Tottenham, they drew 0-0, but AC Milan are through to the quarterfinals, guys. So like you can see, that is English team, that was Tottenham. Actually they reside in the north of London, or actually eliminated in the UEFA Champions League. So then we had on Wednesday, we had Napoli against Frankfurt, and Napoli won 3-0, and Napoli were sailed through to the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League. Then, guys, the game that was being awaited, people wondered whether Liverpool was gonna come back with a 3-1 loss at Anfield. Actually, they went straight to Bernabeu, and people were actually asking if Liverpool was gonna come back from their loss to actually beat Real Madrid to sail through to the quarterfinals. Unfortunately, that was not the case, because Real Madrid actually won 1-0 against Liverpool to sail through to the UEFA Champions League quarterfinals. So, guys, like I had told you earlier, those were the games that were played on Tuesday and Wednesday. Then we came to the Thursday, where we have the Europa and Fenerbahce against Sevilla, and the Fenerbahce won the game by 1-0, but Sevilla, through the aggregate on goals, went through to the quarterfinals. We had Feyenoord and Shakhtar Donetsk, where Feyenoord actually won by 7-1. Wow, I don't know, I would love to see how those goals went. So we also had Juventus against Freiburg, and Juventus won their games. Then Manchester United actually beat Real Betis by 1-0 to go through. And as I told you earlier, Arsenal were eliminated by Sporting Lisbon, because we went through to the penalties, and Arsenal got eliminated on a penalties of 3-5 shootouts. So Bayern Leverkusen also sailed through to the quarterfinals, and Roma and Union Gilois, actually they won against Union Berlin to be through. So we had the UEFA Champions League draw, guys. The draw was made on Friday, in the first quarterfinal, first leg of the two, because we normally play two legs, that is home, you play away, then you play at your home. So Benfica will be playing against Inter Milan. Then, guys, Man City were drawn with Bayern Munich. I do not know who wants the UEFA Champions League more, but this time more, I would love for Pep to concentrate on UEFA Champions League and leave Arsenal to win the Premier League. But now, guys, they were drawn with Bayern Munich. These are the champions of Europe against the champions of Germany. So, guys, that one is gonna be a tough game, by the way, because everybody will bring their A game, and that game is on 11th of April 2023. Then Real Madrid were also paired by Chelsea. Like, you know, guys, Chelsea sometimes they can be, let me just say what, they can be unbelievable. They can stand out sometimes. You get them, they are playing in the Premier League, where they are currently at number 10. I think they were just super glued on that number, they're not moving. But sometimes they can bring their A game in the UEFA Champions League, because sometimes UEFA Champions League, what it needs is called experience, and that is where you get to say Real Madrid has actually won more Champions League trophies than any other team in the world, because when it comes to UEFA Champions League, it brings a lot of experience in these games, in these matches, guys. So the two teams with the most experiences, that one is in Spain, that is Real Madrid, and another one in England, that is Chelsea, have been drawn for the UEFA Champions League. That is the first leg will be played at Bernabeu. That was in 12th of April 2023, and on that same day we'll have the Milan and Napoli game also. So, guys, then when you come to the quarter final leg of two, we'll have Napoli and Milan, and Chelsea versus Real Madrid on the 18th of April 2023. Then on the 19th, we'll have the Inter and Benfica, and the Bayern and Man City. So, guys, I think when you're coming to the quarter finals, you have to make sure, if you're playing at the opponent's side first, make sure when you're home you score so many goals, or when you've gone away, make sure you score goals, because when we talk about aggregate, we'll actually get to see goals, which how many goals did you take when you're on your away, or how many will you take on this other away side. So that is what makes people either sail through to the semi-finals, guys. They actually look at the away goals. So if the team that actually maybe I might have won the match, but on the away goals they were scored more, so the opponent can actually sail through to the semi-finals. So this game, especially Man City against Bayern, will be the most watched game, guys, because for a long time Pep Guardiola has actually wanted to drive Man City to win the UEFA Champions League, and he gets eliminated. Like the last time he was eliminated in the finals, but most of the time he can be eliminated at the semi-finals, guys, like we have seen. So we are hoping that this time round he has the potential to win the UEFA Champions League, guys. So we will be waiting for the 11th and the 12th and the 11th and the 18th of April to see whether he is going to actually beat Bayern Munich to be able to go to the semi-finals. So guys, those were the UEFA Champions League draw, and we had our Europa draws also, and Manchester, guys, were paired by Sevilla. So Manchester will be playing. Feyenoord will actually take on Roma on the 13th of April, guys, and then Juventus will actually play the Sporting Lisbon. Manchester will actually play against Sevilla. So those games will, and Leverkusen and Union Saint Gilloise, those games will be played on the 13th of April 2023. Just like I've said, Feyenoord will play against Roma, then Juventus will play against Sporting Lisbon, then we have Manchester United against Sevilla, and Leverkusen will play against Union Saint Gilloise. So I wish Manchester United all the best. I hope they have the legs to bring the Europa to England. So let's wait and see. So on the 20th we have Roma versus Feyenoord, and so this will be the return leg. The return leg of these games will be played on the 20th. So Manchester will have their first game in Old Trafford, then they'll travel to Sevilla. So guys, like you know, their Sevilla, their coach is Unai Emery, and that man, in bringing Europa, he is the best. He is the best. He has actually taken Sevilla 2 finals, 2 winning. So Manchester United need to really be well prepared for this match. They need everything. They do not need to now think they have won the FA or they are going to win the Europa. They need to bring that tactical skills that they have to be able to beat Sevilla, because one thing I know about Unai Emery, he scores 1 goal, then he brings all the players back for defense. You can think there are more than 11 players in that pitch, and it's gonna be actually a little bit hard for Manchester United to be able to beat Sevilla, but I'm hoping they will do so and get to win the Europa League. Like I said, guys, no more beefing around. We want the title for Premier League, so anytime that we see our rivals, they have actually thrived, we actually need to congratulate them. So for us, we are out of the Europa League, guys, and for me, like I said, I'm happy about it that we got eliminated, so that right now we can be able to concentrate on winning the Premier League title. So for now, guys, what I can say is bye, guys. See you on my next video when I tell what happened in the English Premier League. So please, guys, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. As you know, this is a Mamacita Mukare in the house, the girl of Arsenal, the only woman in this world that survived supporting Arsenal for a very long time, and I can finally see my 19 years of waiting for another trophy is actually coming to an end. So for now, bye, guys. I hope you like this video, and I'll be coming back other weekend to give you the analysis of what happened.